Hi everyone, Amanda Jane here and welcome to this video which is all about a Lacy granny square. It's a lightweight granny square, about 6 inches along each edge of the square. So it works up quite quickly. It's going to be great for making a lightweight blanket for the summer, all those fresh evenings. So what do we need? We need a 4mm crochet hook and some double knitting weight yarn. I mean, you could do it in Aran weight. It would be much thicker and make much bigger squares, but I think this double knitting is great. I'm using Peyton's double knitting. And we're going to start with a magic ring. So do an X over your first 2 fingers of your left hand, holding the yarn underneath securely. So over, and then capture the yarn in your last 2 fingers. So it's secure, it secures the X. Now you're going to go under the top right, over the top left, twist, under the top left and pull through the loop on your hook. Then tighten your magic loop until the circle is about 1/2 inch or centimetre across. Now our first round is pretty straightforward. We're going to chain 4, which represents our first double crochet and 2 chain. We're then going to do 5 double crochet 2 chain into this magic ring. So double crochet US terms, 2 chain 5 times, double crochet, 2 chain, double crochet, 2 chain, tighten up that little magic ring as it loosens, and double crochet, 2 chain, 1, 2. Then we're going to join, so we should have 6 legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, one more, 6, 1, 2, 2 chain. And then we're going to join our circle into this second chain that we did to start with. Now, technically you should go under this one and then under the back one to slip stitch. But if you can't wait to do that, it's quite acceptable to go into that V, which makes it a lot easier. You'll see that as we go through. So we've joined that up. So we have our little first round, a little almost Catherine wheel like. Now pull that tail so that that closes up. Now our next round, we're going to start by doing a bobble stitch. We do yarn over, insert your hook into the gap, into the 2 chain space 3 times, 1, 2 and 3. Pull through all but the last loop on the hook, then finish that off with 2 chain. So we finished it off with closing the stitch off, and then 2 chain, 1, 2. And we're going to repeat that all the way round. So yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull up, 7 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 6. This can sometimes be a bit tricky. Yarn over, pull through, then 2 chain, 1, 2. Move on to the next 2 chain space, yarn over, pull up once, yarn over, pull up twice, yarn over, pull up for the third time, yarn over through 6, yarn over through 2 and 2 chain. And keep going, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull up, 7 loops on the hook, pull through 6, yarn over, pull through, 2 chain, 1, 2, move on to the next one. So I'll show you one more time and then I'll finish off the next few to finish the round. You can join me then. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, through 6, 2 chain. So join me at the end of the round and I'll show you the next round. So we're coming to the end of this second round. I'm just going to do the last bobble. 3, chain 2 and join with a slip stitch into the top of the stitch that completed the first bobble, this one here, just to the right. Yarn over, pull through and oops, I'll go down the middle of it. And pull through. For the third round, we're going to do a half double crochet all the way around, and I'll show you exactly how to do this. Chain 1, then in the top of the bobble stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, 2 half double crochet in the gap, yarn over, insert your hook into the gap, yarn over, pull through, yarn over into the gap, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. Come to the next bobble, into the top of the bobble, 2 in the gap, top of the bobble, yarn over and pull through, 2 in the gap, 1, 2, the top of the bobble, and 2 in the gap, 1, 2, and you work your way around. This gives it some weight, some rigidity, and shows off this little flower pattern in the center really nicely. If it were all loose, it would be very, very lacy. This has got some definition in it, which I really like. Now, of course, you could change color every round or every 2 rounds, depending on how much yarn you have in your stash. You can make up different patterns. I'm quite a fan of solid colour, but of course, you know, lots of people like lots of different bright colours together, or you could even do a pastel version of this. This has a daisy sort of pattern in the middle, so maybe you could have a white centre and yellow around the edge. Absolutely up to you. Make it personal to you. And that's a lovely way to maybe create a cushion cover. You'd have to line it, but that would be okay. And actually, these are so much fun that you could do a couple of these a day and easily make a springtime blanket in a couple of weeks. So I've reached the last one of this round, last gap of this round, and I'm going to close my round here by slip stitching into the top of this first double crochet. So that's closed up. You can check your stitch count, but to be quite honest, don't worry too much about it. We're moving on to the next round. It will work its way out. Now, if we look at this version, we've just done this circle here. We're now going to work on these V stitches all the way around. So there's a little bit of counting to do, but not much at all. So how do we start round 4? We chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This makes up our double crochet and 2 chain. We're going to go back into the same stitch with a double crochet. Like so. We're going to skip 2 stitches and then we're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch, 2 chain and a double crochet in the same stitch, chain 1, skip 2 stitches, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 1, skip 2 stitches, double crochet, chain 2 in the same stitch, double crochet, chain 1, and you repeat this all the way around. So skip 2 stitches, chain 2, and then the same double crochet in there and chain 1. So that's the repeat. Skip 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the same stitch, chain 1. We're back to skip 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 1, skip 2. So I'm going to finish off this round and catch up with me when I do the slip stitch. So I've reached the end of round 4 and I'm going to slip stitch into the second chain, 1, 2, of my first 4 chains. So the second of 4. Just slip stitch and slip stitch. Then we'll have a little look and we'll have a little count up to make sure we haven't missed any. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Phew, we've got our 12 little V stitches here. Now, referring back to this one, what we do here is we've got our bobble stitches in the V's, and then in the gaps we've just got a normal double crochet, and in between we have got, for round 5, we've got a chain in between here and here. So we've got chains as well. So let me do an example. We start off with, and this is round 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, round 5. We chain 4. We'll chain 2 actually. Sorry about that. Chain 2. We're going to do 2 bobble stitches into this V. 1, 2, 3. Like we did before, through 6 and then through 2. Chain 1 and another one in here. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Then in this gap we're going to do a normal double crochet like so. We've got the bobbles Then we've got our double crochet, chain 1, 2 bobbles, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, into the gap. It's easy to forget doing the one in the gap and end up doing all bobbles all the way around, and then you think, oh, actually I've made a mistake. So don't forget to do the single double crochet in the gap between the V stitches. And the good thing is, between every sort of main stitch, you're just doing one chain between. You don't have to remember, because it's one chain between each of the bobbles and one chain after the double crochet. So here we have it so far. So we've got the 2 bobbles and 1 double crochet, bobble, 1 and all the way around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue all the way around. So we'll be at this point here, and then we'll continue and do the next round after that. So catch up with me at the end of this round. So I'm coming to the end of this round, and I'm going to do my last double crochet, 1 chain, and then a slip stitch into the top of the bobble, like so. And there we have that lovely bobble stitch all the way around, and that little chain doesn't really show up, so we don't worry too much about that. Now we're going to work a round of half double crochet in every single stitch all the way round. Now there's a little bit of a trick to this to make sure that you have the right number of stitches, because that will matter in the next round. So we've got sort of 12 groups of 2 bobbles and a double crochet, and we need 6 stitches. So we need to find 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to make sure that our first half double crochet, do a chain 1, then a half double crochet goes back into the same stitch. So into the top of the first bobble. 1. Then we're going to do 1 in the chain space, 2. In fact, you can do it into the chain space like so. Then 1 into the top of the bobble, 1 into the chain space, which makes it easier, 1 into the top of the double crochet, 1 into the chain space. So let's count that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're back to that gap before the bobbles. Do it once more to show you. Into the gap, that's 1. Into the bobble, that's 2. Into the gap, that's 3. Into the bobble is 4. Quite tricky sometimes. It will go into the gap 5, into the bobble 6. So we're making sure that we have the right number of stitches as we go round. If you get 1 or 2 different, don't worry too much. You can sort it out in the next round, or you can just add an extra stitch in. So I'm going to finish my groups of 6 half double crochet all the way round, which means I should have 72 stitches. Catch up with me at the end of this round. So I've reached the end of this round, and I'm going to do a last half double crochet in this gap, and then I'm going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet, which is just here, and I'm just going to go into the top of it like so. Okay, so we've reached round number 7. So what do we do here? If we look at this, this is where we're turning our circle into a square. So we start off with trebles, doubles, half doubles, singles all the way round. So I'm going to do this very slowly to start with. We're starting just beyond this corner. So we start just here, and the last corner is just before closing up, ready to do our final round. So we start off with 4 chain. Lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do in the next stitch, we're going to do a treble crochet. So in this stitch just here. So yarn over twice, insert your hook, capturing both of those top stitches, top strands, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. So that's our first treble. In the next 2 stitches, we're going to do a double, 1 and 2. So you're doing a stitch in every single stitch all the way around so that you don't get lost. We're now going to do 2 half doubles, 1, 2, 7 singles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 half doubles, 2 doubles, a treble, and now we're almost across to the first corner. In the next stitch, we're going to do a treble, two chain, and a treble in the same stitch. So that's our corner stitch. And then we do a treble, we're back to the beginning, a treble in the next stitch, 2 doubles. I'll just stop there a minute just to show you that we've turned the corner. So here's the corner, and that's our first side. Now it will all even out as you work round. So this is really lovely because it gives us a lovely edge to work our final round in. So I'm going to work all the way, I'm going to work down to here, and then I'll stop the video and you can catch me up right at the end. So let's just finish this off. We've done 2 treble, 2 double, so we do 2 half double, 7 single, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 half doubles. And this is actually quite easy to memorize. 2 doubles and a treble. Then it's a corner which is a treble, 2 chain and a treble in the same stitch, and then we've got a single treble around the corner. 1, 2, 3. So there we have it. We've done 2 sides of our lacy square or flower square. That one's not finished, so don't worry, that's sticking out. Don't worry, it'll all work out. So I'm going to finish this now, and we'll join up here, and then we're ready to do our last square, our last round rather. So I've nearly finished this round here, and I have just done my 2 double crochets. I'm going to do my treble in the next stitch, and then another treble in the following stitch, 2 chain, and then a final treble in the same stitch. We then slip stitch into the 4th chain that we started with. And there we have it. This is our penultimate round done, and this has turned this circle into a square. I'm going to go into every single stitch all the way across until I reach the corner, and this just firms up the square. It just gives it a nice edge. Because you're going to be joining these together, you need a good even edge. And when you're doing lots of different stitches, like in the previous round, sometimes the tension can go a little bit awry, and you'll end up with your tension being slightly different on different stitches. So your single crochet just evens up the tension all the way around. Now we've really nearly reached this first corner. Just going to go into the top of these trebles. When I get to the corner, I go into the corner with our single crochet, a chain, and another single crochet into the corner. Then you start your next side into this gap here. This belongs to this treble. So single crochet there and then all the way down. So that's how we neaten up our final round. That really gives it a nice even edge so that you can then join these 2 together successfully. And I've got other videos where I join granny squares together. I actually like to sew them right sides together and then stitch them all the way along. So that's why I have left this tail here, so that I can actually use this thread to join these together. So, you know, you're going to do it your way. You can either crochet them together or you can sew them together. I find sewing them together is neater and actually potentially slightly quicker. If you want your joins to show up, then do a single crochet all the way between these 2. It will give this sort of raised effect, but I'll be working on some more of these lovely squares over the coming weeks, and we'll see how we get on. I think this is going to make a nice blanket for the spring. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, press the subscribe button and the bell for upcoming notifications of new videos. And I look forward to speaking to you very soon. Give us a like to spread the word, and take care. Have a great day. Bye.